Hello everyone, here's Izabella Ritz and Amazon Made Simple Podcast. Всем привет! Я понимаю, что когда вы смотрите некоторые видео и пытаетесь сделать бизнес на Amazon, вы думаете, что это очень тяжело и сложно, потому что все на английском, и вы вдруг почему-то не знаете языка. На самом деле, делать бизнес на Amazon довольно интересно и возможно, особенно учитывая тот факт, что мы создаем для вас подкасты, в которых есть субтитры. И в этом подкасте вы узнаете о том, как же найти свой товар на Amazon, используя Helium10. Поехали! Hey guys, and here we are again, Izabella Ritz with Amazon Made Simple, and today I have a very special guest. This girl I was watching a lot. I saw her at many events for Amazon sellers. She's super tall, super cute, beautiful, and she's extremely smart. Meet Shivali from Helium10, and today she's going to share with us something that I never showed you before. The black box from Helium10. Of course I did, but I'm not the super expert like she is, so she's going to share with you some very, very big secrets how to find the product on Amazon using black box only. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Izabella. How are you?
I am great. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm so excited to talk about product research for your viewers and really get into the nitty-gritty of how to use our Helium10 tools as you go through your Amazon journey.
And I'm super excited how you're going to share everything. However, I have a very, very probably specific question before we start.
Absolutely.
So, first of all, why did you decide to work for Helium10 and how you just end up at some very technical stuff? Because like with your skills, with your degrees, with your experience, you can do something else.
Yeah, absolutely. But the thing is I wouldn't trade what I'm doing now for the world, because I used to be a pre-med student. When I was going through college and getting my degrees, I got 3 degrees, and I basically had always thought to myself, I'm going to be a doctor. And then when I was in college, I was sort of opened up to this world of entrepreneurship, and I loved it. I feel like it was a great use of my skill sets. I loved the ability to create something of your own and then put that value out into the world, right? You help so many people just by coming up with even a single idea or a single product. And that has the ability to give you freedom, right? Freedom of time, freedom of money, and just be able to do things you want with your actual day. So that means if you don't want to wake up right away for that alarm clock to go to work, you don't have to. If you
or
want
do surgery, like you wanted to be a doctor.
so much time.
May I ask you, what is the definition of freedom for you?
Freedom for me is being able to do what I want with my time whenever I want without somebody else dictating what that should be. So for me, family is very important. People are very important in my life, and I want to be able to spend time with them, not necessarily going out and having my money be dependent or my finances be dependent on my time spent, right? Because if I can spend more time with my mom, my dad, my family, the people I love who have a limited time, right? We all have limited time. Then that is so infinitely invaluable to me. But yeah.
I concur. Do you think you feel ready freedom, or you are on the way?
I think I'm on my way, right? But everything is always a constant evolution. It's a journey, because happiness, I feel like we always try to dictate it based off of past principles. So your idea of happiness is always changing, and I'm just trying to be grateful for what I have. But going back to your original question, right? I was originally a pre-med student, and when I found entrepreneurship, I realized that school is always going to be there, and I decided to take a leap of faith. So started my own company, started my own brand, started selling on Amazon. But before I even did that, I actually published a few books on Kindle. So Kindle, for those of you that don't know, is still on Amazon, but it's the books version. It's the ebooks version. You can do paperback and hardcover now on it as well. But I started with books, and then I eventually went into physical products. Now, all these things got me very excited. I absolutely love selling on Amazon. But at the same time, I had my first negative review, right? And everybody as an Amazon seller at some point in their journey faces something where they're panicking, right? They're like, oh my God, I got my first negative review. What do I do about it? So for me,
The moment I will interrupt you. The moment
yeah,
you
absolutely,
get
go for it.
this negative review, it's not like the first negative review for you. It's like I got a negative review.
Yeah,
Sounds like the crush of the world. Like I don't know what to do. So what was your reaction? What did you do?
exactly. You internalize it, right? You're like, I put so much effort into this. I know I have a great product. I did all of this effort. Why is there a negative review? Why am I getting a negative review, even though it's your product? And so I was panicking and I went to Facebook. And in one of the Amazon seller communities that I was a part of, one of the Facebook groups, I typed up a question. I said, I just got my first negative review. What do I do? Because it's taking my 5-star product down to a 3.6. And it's a significant cut down, right? And those reviews mean so much when you don't have that many reviews to go off of. So Bradley, our chief evangelist here at Helium10, actually was the person that responded. Many people responded, but he was just so genuine. And after that, we sort of followed each other for a while on social media. And eventually he said, you know what? You're publishing books. You have your own brand. Would you be interested in freelance writing for Helium10? And so that's really where my journey with Helium10 started. A couple months down the road, they offered me a full-time position. And it just made sense to take it because this is a field I love. This is a field I plan to be in. And it's amazing to always give back in a field that you have made mistakes in. I mean, I know I've made my fair share of mistakes. Nobody's perfect, right? It's always a trial and error. So for me, while I still have my own brand and I'm actually in the process of rebranding right now, but I also still have my Kindle books and it's always cool to keep challenging myself, meeting new people in the space and keep moving and giving back.
I love it. I noticed that a lot of Helium 10 team members,
Mhm.
I think it's more than not a lot of them, most of them are selling on Amazon.
Yes.
Most of them are former sellers or current sellers. And I love it the most because my approach to hire people to reach momentum was also you have to be a seller.
Yes.
Or you had to be a seller. So you have to understand what industry you're in, which is making this journey much easier and more interesting and more passionate for the person who is working at the company. So let's share with public how we can actually find the product to sell on Amazon. And if you don't mind, I will give you some challenges here because as you said, you love them.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's find the product with the $39, $49
Actually, I'm going to hold you right there because I think what I should do first is share my screen.
Yep.
That way people can see the dashboard. I can tell them how to use the tool. And
Sure,
then once we're actually doing the demo, I'll have you be the person that picks all of the filters. Sound good?
let's do that.
Okay, awesome. So let me share my screen. All right.
Some revenue is going on, and $183, $1,000 is the brand estimate. I actually love your new feature, guys. Like you do this phenomenal job to put it on. Now people can actually do the estimate of their
Yes.
products and sales and
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
Okay, so how cool is that? And I can see this is from someone's podcast. Pretty cool thing.
Pretty cool, I think. Yes.
Let's dive in. So let's try to find the product with $39, $49 market price, where of course we don't want to have a lot of.
Now,
yeah.
Before you give me those parameters, do you want to do a products tab or keywords? Do you know the difference?
Let's assume I don't know difference because our listeners probably don't know the difference. So let's do that. Let's use your guidance.
So I'll give you a quick rundown on what these tabs mean, right? This is our black box, our research tool. And while there's many ways to do product research, this is a great way to quickly save time and find what you're looking for using these filters because there's millions, right? Millions of products on Amazon. And you want to be able to get through all of that information as quickly as possible. So the products tab will show you listings. So when you are taking a look at, let's say, a product listing page, where inside of the egg holder, this listing is what would show up in the results page if you were to use these filters. Now, the keywords filter is for taking a look at entire markets. So here you would be analyzing whatever the consumer is typing into the search bar. So let's say I was typing in collagen peptides, right? Then collagen peptides would be the keyword that shows up in the results. So again, that first tab is for product listings. And then the second tab, keywords, will take you to this page instead. So this is more of the search results page. Now, this is great for helping you identify demand. So if you want something that is high in demand, but you're trying to analyze what the competition really looks like in that market, then this is a great tab to go to. Now, competitors, you'd be able to input an ASIN for your product or maybe for a competitor's products and get an idea of what other, excuse this notification, what other competition is really out there competing with that ASIN that you put in. We also have a niche, product targeting, and elite analytics tab. But just because we're going specifically into product research, we'll just go ahead and go directly into a demo. So I always love using the keywords tab. Since you had me explain both, let's just stay on this one and I'll have you choose the filters. So I'll explain some filters in between, but also you said you had some set filters. So what are those?
Let's try to find something with the range of $39, $49 market price.
Uh-huh.
My assumption to pick this price because when we are going to do PPC in the future using Atomic tool, we'll be able to have more profit margin for us that will keep us on the float using PPC cost. So it's kind of easier for the seller. Let's have maximum 150 reviews.
Okay.
If you want to, let us know if we have to put the minimum.
You do not have to put the minimum, but I will mention here, there's a couple of filters actually here for review count. So this one is taking a look at the average for that market. And then we also have competitor reviews down here. So how is this different, right? This is so cool. And I always love explaining this filter because it's so exclusive to Helium10. Anytime that you pick a product and eventually you have it listed, right, you want to rank in the top half of that first page. That means you want to be indexing first top 10 products, right? When I'm taking a look at these collagen peptides, I'm not taking a look at these sponsored. You see that there's a little sponsored icon here.
Yep.
It wouldn't be those sponsored. It would be these top 10 organic positions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then, down here, 9, 10.
Okay.
So going back to this black box filter, this will take a look at those top 10 products and tell you how many of those actually are below a certain amount of reviews. So let's say I selected, you mentioned less than 150 or an average of 150. We could either put that up here or we could do both, but we could put that as a max of 150 in review count for that average market, or we could do less than 150 and then you could tell me maybe like you want 1 or 2 or 3 or 6.
The minimum of 2.
2, okay. So at least 2 of those top 10 products in that market that show up, right? The search results that show up for us, 2 of those top 10 products will have less than 150 reviews. Now, why is this important? Could you tell me?
I don't know.
So
you tell me.
Yeah, of course. So the reason this is so important is because when you come onto the marketplace with 0 reviews, right, you will be competing, especially if you're ranking on the top half of that first page, with the other competitors that have however many reviews they have, right? So if we have, let's say, 2 of those top 10 are less than 150. Maybe you have 50 reviews, or maybe you have 120 reviews. Now, if you come onto the marketplace and you have 0 reviews, maybe you have a little bit more of a chance compared to a market where there's all 10 of those products have thousands of reviews. So if you take a look at the collagen peptide market, this is a heavily saturated market. I mean, imagine coming onto this market where there's 165,000 reviews, 40,000 reviews, 47,000, and you have 0 reviews. Who is going to buy that product? I mean, hopefully some people take a leap of faith and they buy, but honestly speaking,
chance is always there. Doesn't mean it will be
exactly
consistency. Yeah,
exactly. The chances are there is somebody that will take a leap of faith. However, if you want to scale fast, or if you want to make sure that you are making the most out of that product capital that you invested up front, then this is a way for you to kind of have the best odds, right? Where you're not spending too much in PPC just to be in the top half of the first page for sponsored or to organically rank. So just something to keep in mind, okay?
Yeah, and in addition, guys, when you are doing, as I said, I don't know anything, so we're listening on Helium10 today and not me. However, I want to add something. When you're searching for the sellers with like low amount of reviews, you want to make sure that it's not just the one person selling with 150 reviews. There are more than one, which is kind of give you reducing your risks to be at the same spot, so you can see the opportunity that you also can be on a page one having low amount of reviews, so you don't have to be a giant. And if other competitors that will be on a page one, they will also having like 100, 200, 300 reviews, it does mean that the niche is competitive, but it's not hyper competitive, so you have a chance to be there. And especially if with 100 reviews, these listings are selling for a good amount of money, that is giving you more chances to be there.
Yes, absolutely. So, as you said, it's so important that you take a look at the market as a whole, and we'll get more into that once I click search. So, did you have any other filters you wanted to specifically?
Let's add something with like variation maximum 3, maybe.
Okay.
And well, we're not picking the niche, right? Or we're picking.
It is up to you. So we have category options if you want to choose categories.
Let's choose home and kitchen or home and dining, just not to be so broad.
Okay.
And this category, one of the best ones, generally speaking, for people.
Yeah.
Let's just get started, and then we will add something else if we'll see that we don't see the results that we want.
Yeah, so a couple things I'm going to mention right before I click search is just because these filters are also worth mentioning. Search volume takes a look at how many times on average is something being searched up per month. So when somebody is typing in collagen peptides, how many times is this search being made by people who want to buy on Amazon? We also have the monthly revenue, so how much on average is that market making? The review ratings, as well as word count. Now, word count is something a lot of people have asked. Why is word count even a filter? Well, first, we want to make sure you have as many filters as possible because we realize that opportunity means something different for everybody, right? It's dependent on how much time you have to invest, how much money you have to invest, and a number of other things. So we want to give you options. And 2, word count. Think about specifics. So the longer your search is, right? How many times have you made a search that's super generic, like kitchen, right? What are you doing there? You're browsing, right? You're trying to figure out, what do I want to put in my kitchen? But you don't really know what you want to put in your kitchen.
Correct.
So if I change that to maybe white marble coffee coaster for kitchen, that is very specific. You already have in your mind what you want to purchase. And so you have stronger buyer intent. Now, I'm not saying this is a filter you must use, but I want you to understand that all of these filters here have a purpose. And word count is one of those things that can help you understand buyer intent. So is somebody really looking to buy?
Now, and Amazon is very specific. So if you want to find something specific, you have to look at the keywords that count of words at least 2. Yes. If it's like will be 3 or 4, it will give you sometimes you're narrowing your niche, but you shouldn't go with just one word count because it's like Shivali said, it's kitchen or room, or it will be the very, very low root keywords, which we don't want to have.
Exactly. So a couple other things, competitor revenue and competitor ratings are very much like the competitor reviews that we talked about. So these will take a look at those top 10 items on any given search results page. So if you wanted to filter these, you would be able to. But for now, let's stick with these that Iza has so kindly given us. And we'll click search and let's just see what kind of comes through, right? You saw here that I didn't input any of them. She picked them completely, right? So here
it's all my fault.
It's not your fault. The great thing is actually the filters you put in are still quite broad. So we came up with over 200 plus products. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, there's so many products on Amazon, is there really still opportunity left? Well, this here should be enough of a persuasion here, right? We have over 200 products, even though we put in filters. So here we have this tiki mug set, right? Do you know what a tiki mug set is?
I have no idea. Do you want to check it out?
Yeah, let's take a look. Okay, they're cute.
I'm thinking about tiki bar. Yes, it's something about tiki bar.
Tiki bars are cute.
Yeah.
Now, something I'm seeing here is the search volume is kind of low. So because we have over 200 products, let's maybe input in a search volume. Any recommendations?
Let's do 1,000 and up. Let's do 25,000 and up.
Yeah, 25,000 is cool. Because this is almost 100 searches a day, right? Every single day.
I think you put 2,500, yeah.
you want to do 250? How much did you
No,
say?
no, no.
25?
Let's go 25,000. Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah.
numbers are off. It must be my allergies.
Yeah. So we don't have anything.
Oh, nothing at all. See, there you go. So you have to play around with these filters because sometimes you'll get something that's 200 plus. Sometimes you'll get just 20 products.
But
And
at the
really,
same time, if like when we're doing the different type of research with Helium 10, like why me personally, I don't like to put something like 25,000 or I like to put just 1,000 because Helium 10 is, to my understanding, tell me if I'm wrong, is working with the algorithm where based on like one sometimes low volume searching keyword, Helium10 is finding for you the very great product, and then you'll be able to find out the actual main keyword for this specific product, and you will be able then use your Cerebra and Magnet and check it out what is going on with this keyword, what is the market, how this market look like, because the black box, generally speaking, is the starting point for you where you can start searching for your products that you're going to sell on Amazon. Doesn't mean that you just found glass oil burner and you're going to sell this specific product because it matches your filters. It's absolutely not.
yeah.
But this is the starting point where you can start doing your research.
Yes, exactly. So again, you guys, I just inputted search volume. I decided to input search volume just because we had 200 plus products. And we like to see those products come down because the thing is you could go through manually all 200 plus products, but the purpose of the filters is really there so that you don't have to spend that much time going through the stuff, right? So that's why I inputted search volume. And like Isa said, you can really pick and choose. There's so many factors that go into it. Just because something has only, let's say, 1,000 search volume or only 500 in search volume does not mean that it's not a good product. Because the thing is these keywords will work in conjunction with other keywords, right? You can always make sales from numerous keywords. So don't let that be a stopping factor for you or something that you feel you have to input. However, it is a great way to indicate demand. And that here, once we put in, so obviously we didn't do the 25,000 for minimum, but I
That
took
didn't
a
work.
zero off. It didn't
didn't
work.
work.
Yeah. We went from 200 plus products to 0 products, and now we have 32 products. So again, play around. And this by no means run with the first products you find, but black box is to help you shortlist products. So find maybe a list of products, somewhere between 15 to 20 products that you feel might be something that you would be interested in sourcing. And then from there, you would go on and validate the product. Okay. So
Question:
let's just take
Would
a
you
look.
recommend? Would you recommend to just clear the filter with the search volume? And if I will find, we don't have to do it right now. It's just about would you recommend it or not. And if, for example, we are clearing in full the search volume, and then we're getting this 400 something results or 200 something results, we're just filtering based on the revenue, and we're checking which one product is actually valuable. Because even if the search volume for some specific keyword is low here, but you see a lot of sales for this specific keyword, does it mean that we just have to explore the keywords and the actual product probably will be valuable for us?
Definitely.
Does it make sense what I'm trying to say?
Yes, yeah. You're basically saying that it's okay to not have search volume in and filter by monthly revenue, and then go through and find other keywords in coordination with the lower search volume keywords, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, totally possible. There are so many ways to do product research. I mean, as you can see, I have many tabs pulled up, and I just
Yep.
had them pulled up just in case. But I mean, a lot of trends start on Pinterest. Sometimes when you are looking at Amazon, you're finding products that are starting to take off, but sometimes by the time that you're sourcing a product and you're actually getting it onto the market, that trend might start plateauing, right? Or falling rather, not plateauing. We like plateaus, right? Because it means steady sales. But here, Pinterest is one of those places you can go and find something that's beginning to trend, or Etsy or Alibaba, right? These are people that are kind of at the forefront of these trends. And you can go to these websites and use our free Chrome extension, which, by the way, I guess I'll go ahead and show you, helium10.com/extension. If you go here, you can just download it for free. Again, costs you no money if you don't have it. But you can download it, and I believe you get up to 15
You're
uses.
so positive. You don't have to have money to start your business on Amazon. So if you don't have money,
Well,
you
not for this. not for this specifically. You definitely need capital, okay?
Yeah.
Every business requires capital. But
Well,
for the Chrome extension, I'm saying for this specific tool, if you want
you
to like
don't have to pay.
start,
Yeah, sorry, I'm just being sarcastic all the time.
no, you're good. You're good. I like your sense of humor. But yeah, all of these tools, once you have that Chrome extension installed, you would be able to click it and analyze the product demand on Amazon. So let's say here we are. Let's take a look at home decor sales. Maybe we're on this product and we want to see what it looks like on Amazon. You could click the Chrome extension, click analyze product demand. And this is too, honestly, too simple for me. Let's go for decorative pillows and click see analysis.
And guys, to be clear, if you don't understand right now, Shivali is showing us that you can use Helium10 extension in Chrome when you're at on a website, Etsy, Pinterest, and Amazon and Alibaba. So you can use it across all 4 marketplaces.
Yeah, you can actually use it on other sites as well, third-party sites. So usually if you're on a third-party site and maybe you're just going through your day and you're on a website, you're like, I wonder if this would be a good product on Amazon or if this has demand on Amazon. You can look it up by using that Chrome extension. And that is so cool, right?
I actually didn't know about it. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. There's like third-party websites you can just go to and try analyze demand analyzer on. So
this is awesome.
The point of it is there's product opportunities all around you. You just have to open your mind to it, right? So black box is definitely an option. Here we have the glass oil burner. And I think briefly, I'll just tell you a little bit about what information is given to you if you use this. And then I'll just give you a brief summary of like what to do after you've shortlisted your 15 to 20 products, just so we can wrap up like a nice product research, because I don't want to overwhelm you with information, right? We want to make sure you can take it in bit by bit. You can actually implement it. You can take action, because that's what it's really about.
Genuinely speaking, you should watch us, pause it, come back, watch it again, check out what you just did, and come back. So in this 40 minutes of this podcast will help you to find the product on Amazon in a parallel while you're listening.
Yes. Yeah. That is, I totally agree with what Isa just said. You should definitely be stopping this video and taking your time to go through this tool by yourself as well alongside with us. So here we have the glass oil burner. Here we are given the category. So which category is this product in? What kind of fulfillment is generally there? So there's FBA products and then FBM products. FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. So it means that Amazon, once you have your products, you can send your inventory to their warehouses, and then they will pick, pack, and store and ship your products to the customer when they buy it. We also have FBM, which is Fulfilled by Merchant, and that simply means that you, as the merchant, would be responsible for picking, packing, storing, and shipping those products. So whether that is through a 3PL, a third-party storage service, or if it's through your own garage, it is really up to you. But here, there's the fulfillment, the size tier, the variation count. As you remember, we had inputted a max of 3, so you can kind of go through and see that here. Average sellers count, word count, and then how long it's really been in the market, as well as the search volume. There's a graph icon that if you click, you'll be able to see how it's trended over the last 30 days, 90 days, 1 year, and all time. And at any point, if you want to, maybe you're searching for a product that's up and coming for Q4, right? You could go to all time, take a look, and maybe zoom in specifically right here between December to January of 2020 and see, was it something that went up? Here we see that it's sort of still steady based off of, what it's at now. It was actually a bit lower. So you can just drag and drop if you want to highlight a certain period, see if that's a trend that's rising, falling, or just staying steady. We also have price point, the average monthly sales, the monthly revenue, the BSR, so best selling rank. Typically, we like to see lower just means higher sales, and then a higher BSR means a little bit lower sales. But again, this is something you can it's an additional piece of information you have. We also have title density. And what title density is it basically takes a look at the first, on that first page, how many of these products have the keyword that is being searched for in their title. And this is a great way to actually rank. So yes, run PPC. Yes, use influencer marketing. Yes, all this stuff. There's so many ways to market your product, but also do the basics, right? have the actual keyword in your title. And this is a great way to rank. So here we
Yeah,
see that there's
don't try perfect to be enemy of good. Sometimes the very simple stuff is around you and right in front of you.
exactly. So here we have a search volume of 4,731. Only 3 of those page 1 products actually have the word glass oil burner inside of their title. So let's actually take a look as well. There's 20 reviews on average in this market, with 4.1 being the average review. So there's 4.1 to me signifies opportunity, right? Like I could come in with an amazing product, a 5-star product, try to get more than 20 reviews. And as long as I'm ranking number 1, I don't really like what I'm seeing. Never mind. So here, right, this is a perfect example of why you should open up the Amazon search results page.
Yep.
Because I don't really know what this is, but also B, is there really a way to differentiate this? And then the price point is low, right?
Are they all relevant? Yeah, they are. Most of them are relevant.
Most are relevant, but there's like, if you want to think about differentiating a product, how are you going to convince your consumer to buy? Usually if you're in a retail store, you have the employee that's like, oh, come buy this product. Like, what can I help you with? What's your sizes? This will look amazing on you. Well, who's doing all the convincing here? Your images, right?
Correct. And at the same time, take a look on top. We have only 2 listings sponsored, which is making me think that most of the products you cannot advertise on Amazon.
Yeah, that could be another thing to think about. So a lot of valuable things to think about here. Now, this product, I will mention, you can see the price point is lower than what we inputted, right? This is, you said 39 to 49, so why is this showing up? That's because we have this sponsored ad that's $50, right? We have some other products, I'm sure, $21, $26, $28, $44. So when there's a range, sometimes you need to open up a product to say, hey, this is being skewed because there's a lot of random results on this search results page. So that is another reason. Open up the product page, right? Take a look, use Black Box, find your 15 to 20 products. And then after that, take a look at these keywords, open it up, take a look at the search volume, see how has it trended? Is it rising? Has it been steady? Unless you're looking to capitalize on something seasonal, you want to see a good, steady search volume.
And then at the same time, sorry for interrupting you again. When you just been on this page, guys, yes, we've been looking for one product, but for like oil burner. But look at the listings here, and we can see that oil lamp is another product opportunity. So when you see something irrelevant to the keyword, and this product is indexing on this page just because it's also oil burning something stuff, which is definitely legal to advertise on Amazon. Check it out. So probably it will be a good idea to sell on Amazon. And I believe we could find right now a very good opportunity to sell, because already I see some products here with low amount of reviews, and it's definitely something that you can customize, and you will be able to sell it not just like oil lamp or whatever the main keywords are, but like decor, gift, or something else, because every single product might be selling with the complementary keywords. So it's just to the point where sometimes a very, very weird find that, like when you're searching for something, might give you another opportunity. So don't be just straight with something that you just see. Like open your eyes and try to look wider.
Absolutely. So Black Box is a great place to start. Obviously, you can take directly from those keywords, take a look exactly at those products. But as I said, you want to take a look and expand your mind, right? So she mentioned the rustic oil lamp. These reviews don't look so bad. I mean, the 4, the 11, we can open up the Chrome extension. Yeah. Let's see what the actual market looks like.
Yeah. And then
so here,
I heard that you guys also released some new features here. So
yes,
I will just shut myself down and I will just let you talk.
Yeah, we did just release some new Chrome extension features, but I feel like we might be a bit short on time today to get through all of it, but I want to definitely like recap it as best as I can, right? So you can use, once you have your product ideas, you can open them up, look around, use Chrome extension, open up XRay. XRay is our 10,000 foot overview tool. So when you open it up, you can take a look at all of your competitors and a lot of information you otherwise wouldn't have access to. So you can see even behind my scroll, right? Like up here, before this popped open, we also had the categories, the BSRs, the number of sellers, the variation count, fulfillment. It actually gives you the opportunity to run it in Cerebro. Just take that ASIN directly, run it in Cerebro if you just click the 3-dot icon. XRay itself will give you the
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Yeah. So I can actually just
awesome.
show you an open mic. Run on Cerebro. Yep.
This is awesome.
Yeah. So
That was
you
so
don't have
smart
to.
on your part, guys. To integrate it right on a page, super smart.
Yeah, we like to make things easy, right? It's
Yep.
there's too much to be done to make tedious steps.
Yeah.
Here we have total revenue, average price, average reviews. I mean, you guys, all of these tools, by the way, if you forget what any of them mean, there's this little question mark icon, and if you hover over it, it'll tell you what it means. It's just a tooltip, and that way you'll never really have to question what it means. A lot of other really great information besides the title, the ASIN, the brand, the price point, number of sales that were made on average per month, the sales graph. So again, this is very much like the other graph we were looking at, 30 days, 90 days, 1 year, all time. Interested on a certain period, drag and drop. It'll expand it for you. We also have the BSR revenue, which country the seller originates from, the FBA fees. So this is important, right? Excuse me, my allergies are just...
I was sneezing today during the webinar badly, and I'm like, I feel embarrassed. Whatever, it's our body, nothing you can do about it. You cannot control it.
But yeah, there's FBA fees. So let's say you are interested in doing this product, right? Maybe you want to make sure that this is a product that's within your budget. You can click Find Suppliers on Alibaba. Get an idea for how much it might cost you to source. So here, wow, these are very different. First of all, which I always like seeing, right? I always like seeing product differentiation. I like seeing how there's different products. I don't like seeing the same product everywhere because I feel like then everybody's trying to get that product and sell it. So this is nice, but there's also quite a range. So let's say, just for the sake of this example, maybe we're interested in this one. It's made in India, $7 to $8 per piece. And then let's say we would want to find something that's sort of similar here. I don't know if we'll be able to find it on the first page, so maybe it's easier to reverse that. Yeah, let's reverse that. Okay. So we have something rustic looking. Let's find that. All right. So let's go for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, $8 to $9, right? Sort of similar. We have the ability to customize. And again, you guys, there's so much information here. How much it might cost you. What is the minimum order quantity that you would have to place for this product to work with the seller? The lead time, where they're based, what markets they have worked in, how long they've been around, and then some additional filters up here. So if you click advanced filters, you can actually choose only trade assurance, which I recommend you do. And then any other, pricing or MOQ requirements you might want to have. But we had $8 or $9. And then let's click this one. This is, oh my gosh, FBA fees, $25.
Yeah, because the price is $79.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that would explain it.
Amazon increased the fees, so we have to be prepared.
Yeah, so we had an $8 or $9, sourcing for the finding the product. Then we have $25, and then here we have a profitability calculator, and you could play around with the numbers here and say, okay, like if it was what, $8,
$9. Let's do $9 plus shipment will cost us. I believe I didn't see how heavy it is, but let's assume it's 2.5 pounds.
So we have shipping fees that you guys can kind of play around with, right? How much it might cost you to store and whatnot. So here we would just put in the $9 that it would cost you to make. And then we have the FBA fees down here that you would want to change based off of what you're pricing it at, how big your product is, how much you want to weight your product at. And then here you would be given the net profit margins and what that would look like. So here, this looks really good, right? It's a lot of green. But again, this is so dependent on your supplier, what that product actually will end up looking like. Obviously, the one we looked at was a little bit different than the one we're looking at here.
Yeah.
So I'm sure the dimensions would be different. And that is something you would want to play around just to validate that product idea. Is it something that will actually make you money? Because that's why we're all here, right? We want to make, yes, a business and give value to our consumers and build something great for ourselves and the people we love. But also, you want to make money, right? So
Correct.
make sure it's cash flow positive. And that way, once you have your 15 to 20 products from Black Box, or maybe doing demand analyzer on third-party sites, or maybe you're walking around at a store and you found something and then you check the demand, it looks okay. You can then use Chrome extension to take a look at that market, see it, is there a way for you to differentiate, right? Is it profitable for you actually? And then is it something that you really want to be selling? So is there opportunity in keywords, right? That's another thing. So I won't go into that this time around. I'll save that for another time so Isa and I can get back together. But Cerebro is another way that you would be able to really take a look at, are there keywords you'll actually be able to rank for in the first half and get traffic for? So you can have a great product, but what comes after that? So
Thank you for sharing.
yeah.
I love
Thank
it.
you so much for having me.
I love I love the talks with people. I love the talks with Helium10, and even sometimes I'm thinking, I'm already like fish in the water with Helium10. I'm not like a fish in the water with Atomic, though. Like with the most of the tools, but not Atomic. And every single time I'm learning something else. And I'm like, no, I'm probably already overestimating myself, because you cannot know everything, and you have to keep yourself updated every single time. So, guys, and this is about it. You have to pay attention to details. You have to be updated, and you have to make sure everything you're doing and the product you're launching today, it's up to date. So if you found the product a year ago and you decided to launch it today, so please make sure to use Helium10 again and check with all filters if this product is still valuable and you still can keep selling this and launching it on Amazon. Otherwise, you have to do the research again, or you are going to lose the money if the demand is not there anymore, or a lot of competitors showed up because of the high demand. So anyway, here a lot of knowledge and a lot of details, and just keep us watching. And Shivali, thank you so much for being with us today. Do you want to share something else before we will finish this amazing talks?
I cannot tell you the importance of taking action. I mean, I know that myself because I've wanted to rebrand actually for a while, but it takes you actually taking action to move the needle forward. And I just want you to remember that, because it is awesome that you are here. And I really hope that, you found value today. I hope that you like and subscribe to Iza's channel, but also take action, right? Because that is where the big money comes, and that's where the freedom comes and all the things you want. So just if you remember something today, is make sure you take action. And if that means coming back to this video, rewatching it, taking notes, going along, do that.
Yeah, and don't forget, business is about speed, and it's about action, and it's about investments. So you have to have all three of them. And don't forget to subscribe for Helium10 under this video with the code BELLA10.